What's going on, Jerome's? Minnesota Vikings have completely revamped their interior offensive line by getting rid of Bradbury, getting rid of Ed Ingram, and I still can't believe that Kwesi got a 6th-round pick from him, and he turned that pick into Jordan Mason. Woo! It's great. But bringing in Ryan Kelly, Will Fries from the Colts, likely going to keep Will Fries the right guard to keep that chemistry and continuity with Ryan Kelly at the pivot. But what happens at left guard? Again, we need to format this better. But left to right, Darrisaw, Brandel, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, and Brian O'Neill. That is the makings of a elite offensive line. Now, Blake Brandel, they signed to a 3-year deal last offseason. First year at left guard. We'll get to that. But what other options do the Vikings have? They certainly could go in the draft. In-house, Walter Rouse could reduce inside to left guard. You got Michael Juergens in that mix as well. Well, if I told you there was a player that was on the Vikings last year, played a little right guard, moonlighted, but he has 5 years of starting left guard experience, including one with the Vikings. Enter one Dalton Risner. Now, initially, at the end of the season, we were just like, get rid of everyone. And maybe we were a little harsh with Risner, where we included him with the whole Bradbury and Ed Ingram get rid of him thing. But Risner's been solid. And Roadhouse. Come on up for the Risner. And Risner, so he was brought back last year. So, well, first off, signed 2023. Eventually took over for Ezra Cleveland. Ezra was dealt to the Jaguars, and then Risner played some solid left guard for the Vikings. And then last year, they brought back Risner in camp because he was going to compete with Ed Ingram and Blake Brandel for the 2 guard spots. Now, Brandel was, after he signed that deal, was basically promised that left guard spot. And then Ed Ingram started the season at right guard, wasn't up to snuff, and then Risner came in out of the bullpen. And you look at the numbers. So, Brandel left guard, Risner at right guard, and of course, Risner had reduced snaps because he only played part of the season, but it's pretty stark. It is. So for Brandel, 46 pressures, 6.3% pressure rate. So he allowed heat on 6.3% of pass blocking reps, 9 sacks, 11 penalties, which they came in streaks. I feel like there was games where Brandel would get like 3 penalties. Usually on like between 2 drives. 57.7 PFF run blocking grade, about the same as Risner. And also, you look at the career number of left guard snaps. Brandel only has 1191, and they were all last season. Remember, he had come in as a left tackle out of Oregon State. And for Risner last year, right guard, almost 400 pass blocking snaps, only 21 pressures, 5.28% pressure rate, only allowed 1 sack, 0 goose egg, D'Angelo Russell penalties, and overall has played a ton of snaps at left guard. 4 years with the Broncos, 1 year with the Vikings. So I think it would make sense to bring back Risner. Plus his market value, I mean, it's pretty cheap, pretty reasonable. $3.4 million. He played on about $2 million deal last year. Has been signing these 1-year contracts ever since he left Denver with the Vikings, and he wouldn't impact the comp picks because, obviously re-signing one of your own guys. And I think it would make some sense because even though he does turn 30 in July, he spent the last 2 years in the scheme, knows Chris Cooper. They go way back to Denver, as well as run game coordinator Curtis Modkins, running backs coach. Did have that position change in 2024, although played well on the right side. He's an adept, clean pass protector. Again, 0 penalties. Competition is damn good. It is. And also no comp pick impact, as well as an economical option because his contract isn't going to be huge. So tossing Risner into that interior competition for left guard with Rouse, with Brandel, with Juergens, with potential rookie TBD, I mean, that makes a ton of sense. Or, I mean, it seems like Risner does this every offseason. Like after he left the Broncos, he hung out there until eventually the Vikings signed him up. And then last offseason, he hung out there until the Vikings signed him in training camp. I don't know what it is. Like maybe Risner just likes skipping offseason work, or if there's not a high demand for him around the league, because I don't even remember over the last 2 off seasons, like Risner even taking a visit or being linked to another team in free agency. Frankly, it's kind of wild because he's been solid. Like he's been eyed. So it could be a spot too where the Vikings see what happens in the draft. Maybe they take Zabel or Booker or Jackson High or Ratledge in that mix as well. And maybe they just have a set it and forget it left guard or someone who's going to beat out Brandel, Rouse, Juergens, etc. Or absent that, like if they don't go down that left guard route, maybe they do bring back Risner on a cheap deal after the draft. Certainly possible. But either way, he is an option. And I think that having him go back to his natural position at left guard, or at least the position that he has the most NFL experience with. And the fact that he is solid as a pass protector, I think that he would thrive as a run blocker in between Darrisaw and Ryan Kelly. And I think overall, he would be one of the better options in a spot where you do want some competition and you do want some flexibility. So there you go. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Should the Vikings bring back Dalton Risner? Roadhouse. Let us know your thoughts, comment section. Support the work, Venmo, all that stuff. Skull production value.